Sorry, Year 3, it seemed to cut me off there. The connection went. So now we're going to write the next part of the myth, and that's going to be Theseus finding the Minotaur and coming into conflict with him. I'm just going to pause and think about what I've included in my writing so far. Today we're learning to use a range of sentences and prepositional phrases. I know that I've used lots of prepositional phrases down the stairs, between the winding walls of the labyrinth, in the darkness. I can spot those positions. I know that I've used a compound sentence here because I've used and here I've got a simple sentence. So in this next part of my writing, I really want to try and use a complex sentence. Okay, now what happens next? He feels the horns of the Minotaur. I really like it in the text that we read because it uses the adverb suddenly to describe that suddenly Theseus felt the horns. So I'm going to use that fronted adverb now. Suddenly, what must I remember if I'm using my adverb at the front of my sentence? Well done, a comma. He felt. Do you remember some adjectives to describe the horns? Well done, bony. He felt, oh, and remember that other wild word, wiry. He felt wiry, warm hair. And bony horns. The Minotaur. And just to use there a really short suspense sentence to create excitement in my writing. The Minotaur! Exclamation mark. So now I've included this next part of my myth. We've covered him coming into the labyrinth, finding it tricky because of the winding walls, and him feeling the horns. So now we're going to talk about the conflict. So now these sentences and these adjectives are really going to help me. So I know that the first thing that happened is the Minotaur flung Theseus into the air. And I can use this simple sentence here to help me. The muscular. Now I'm not going to use Minotaur because I've noticed I've used that noun twice already. Okay, I want to use a different noun for the Minotaur. I'm going to say the muscular monster. The muscular monster grabbed Theseus tightly. I'm going to add in an adverb there to make it even better. Tightly. I'm going to say how. What with? We know that it has with it's muscular. Well, I'm not going to use muscular actually here because I've used that. Grabbed Theseus tightly with its strong. Actually, I'm going to use powerful. With its powerful arms. The muscular monster grabbed Theseus tightly with its powerful arms. Remember, I want to use a complex sentence here. I'm going to describe what Theseus does whilst the monster grabbed him. What subordinating conjunction is used to describe two things that happens at the same time? Who can remember? Well done, whilst. The muscular monster grabbed Theseus tightly with its powerful arms. Whilst Theseus, who can remember what he did? What did he grab onto? Well done, the Minotaur's horns. Whilst Theseus grabbed onto Again, I don't want to use Minotaur again, so I'm going to put the beast. I'm going to use an adjective to describe the Minotaur. I've used bloodthirsty. I've used muscular. Do you remember our other wow word? Murderous. The murderous beasts. Horns. Now, the horns belong to the beast, so what do I need to remember to use? Super, a possessive apostrophe. My noun ends in an S, so my apostrophe comes at the end. I'm going to read that sentence, it's quite a long one. I'm going to read my complex sentence. The muscular monster grabbed Theseus tightly with its powerful arms, whilst Theseus grabbed onto the murderous beast's horn. I'm really happy because I've used a complex sentence now. Now, I've finished my writing here, but I could still continue and describe what happens next, where Theseus is flung into the air, he's slammed on the floor, and then finally he defeats the Minotaur. But here you can see an example of what your writing could look like today. Now, I'm really aiming high here, okay? Your writing could just be 4 sentences to describe the journey and the battle. I'm just going to read this to you before you get on with your writing. Theseus bravely walked down the stairs and made his way between the winding walls of the labyrinth. He travelled in the darkness, trying to find the bloodthirsty Minotaur. Suddenly, he felt wiry, warm hair and bony horns. The Minotaur! The muscular monster grabbed Theseus tightly with its powerful arms, whilst Theseus grabbed onto the murderous beast's horns. This is great writing because we have used a range of sentences, prepositional phrases, and lots of adjectives and adverbs too. This piece of writing aims much higher than this one here. So what I want you to do today, Year 3, is use this piece of writing and make it even better by using our features. Okay, make sure you use your help sheet today because your friends have helped you come up with lots and lots of words, phrases and sentences that you can use today. Make sure you send this piece of writing over to us. It's your last piece of writing for a whole week, even longer than a week. Tomorrow it's No Screens Day. So let's really, really aim high with this last piece of writing and be proud. Well done, Year 3. Bye.